There is a country where children consistently rank among the highest in the world for cognitive development, emotional regulation, academic performance, and independence. Where babies are raised with a philosophy so different from what most Western parents are taught that it almost sounds radical. Where the goal from day one is not to stimulate your baby into achievement, but to build something deeper. Something that lasts, something that no flashcard or educational app can replicate. That country is Japan. And what they do differently in those first years of life is something every parent in the world deserves to know. Before we begin, tap like to help this reach more parents. Subscribe for more baby development insights and comment yes if you're here to better understand your child and be their strongest advocate. Let's get into it. Part 1. The philosophy behind everything. Before we get into the specific habits and practices, you need to understand the foundation, because without it, the individual tips won't make complete sense. Japanese early childhood development is built on a concept called sonsho, deep respect for the child as a complete, capable human being from the very beginning. Not a blank slate to be filled, not a project to be optimized, a person already whole, who needs to be supported in discovering their own capabilities. This shifts everything. When you see your baby as already capable, not yet capable, not almost capable, but already capable of learning, feeling, communicating, and understanding at a level deeper than words, you interact with them completely differently. You slow down. You explain rather than just direct. You wait rather than rush. You observe rather than constantly intervene. Japanese parents talk about something called mimamoru, watching and protecting. The idea that one of the most powerful things a parent can do is stand back and observe their child working through a challenge rather than solving it for them. That the struggle itself is the lesson. That a child who is always rescued never discovers what they are capable of. This is not neglect. This is profound trust, and it is the soil in which everything else in Japanese parenting grows. Part 2. Nature. As the first classroom in Japan, babies and toddlers spend significant time outdoors from very early on, not in structured, sanitized playground environments, but in actual nature, forests, parks, riverbanks, gardens, places where the ground is uneven, where textures vary wildly, where nothing is predictable and nothing is child-proofed into uniformity. This is not incidental, it is intentional. Research on what scientists call green exposure in early childhood shows that regular time in natural environments measurably increases attention span, reduces cortisol levels, improves working memory, and accelerates sensory processing development. Nature does not just entertain a baby's brain, it trains it. When a baby touches soil, their fingers receive thousands of different tactile signals simultaneously: temperature, moisture, texture, resistance. When they crawl on uneven ground, their vestibular system, the system responsible for balance, coordination, and spatial awareness, is being actively developed in ways that flat, carpeted indoor floors simply cannot replicate. When they watch leaves move, clouds shift, water flow, they are building attention. Not the passive, reactive attention that screens produce, but active, self-directed attention. The kind that will eventually allow them to sit with a problem and think. What to do? Take your baby outside every single day, regardless of season. Japan has a saying, there is no bad weather, only inappropriate clothing. Cold air, light rain, wind, these are not dangers. They are stimuli. Let your baby touch the grass, the bark of a tree, the dirt. Let them observe the sky. Let nature be the most complex, unpredictable, beautiful toy they have ever encountered, because it already is. Part 3. The art of slowing down meals. In Japan, meal times with babies and toddlers are not something to get through efficiently. They are considered one of the most important developmental rituals of the day. Japanese parents introduce solid foods through a practice called shokuiku, literally food education, and it begins not with what the baby eats, but with how they experience eating. Babies are given single ingredients one at a time, not for allergy reasons, though that matters too, but so the baby can actually taste, process, and experience each flavor fully, so their brain can build a clear, distinct neural association for each new food. So the palate develops nuance rather than needing everything masked in sweetness to be acceptable. Meals are eaten slowly, together, without screens. Japanese research on shared family meal times in early childhood shows that children who eat with family regularly, not in front of a television, not in a high chair pushed to the side while parents eat separately, develop stronger language skills, better emotional regulation, and higher scores on measures of cognitive flexibility. Why? Because a shared meal is one of the richest social learning environments that exists. The baby is watching faces, reading emotional expressions, hearing conversation, participating in turn-taking, learning the rhythms of social interaction, all while also developing fine motor skills, sensory processing, and autonomy around food. What to do? Eat with your baby. Turn the screen off. Put their high chair at the table with you, not apart from you. Talk about what you're eating, the color, the texture, the taste. Let them touch their food with their hands before they use utensils. Make the meal an experience, not a task. Part 4. Emotional vocabulary from day one. This is the habit that surprises most Western parents the most, and it may be the one with the most far-reaching impact. In Japan, parents begin narrating their baby's emotional experience from birth. Before the baby can speak, before they can even fully understand, the parent is gently, consistently labeling what the baby is feeling. You're feeling frustrated right now. That was surprising, wasn't it? You seem tired. I think you're excited about this. This is not just sweet. This is neurological construction. The brain regions responsible for emotional regulation, particularly the prefrontal cortex and the amygdala, develop through a process that researchers call affect labeling. When an emotion is named, the brain begins to build a cognitive container for it. An emotion that has a name can be understood. An emotion that can be understood can eventually be managed. Children who grow up with rich emotional vocabulary, who have been given the language for their inner world from the very beginning, show measurably better impulse control, stronger empathy, more resilience under stress, and higher academic performance. Not because emotions make them smarter in a direct sense, but because a regulated brain is a learning brain. A child who is overwhelmed by their own feelings cannot take in new information. A child who has tools to understand those feelings can. Japanese culture places extraordinary value on emotional awareness, not emotional expressiveness, but emotional literacy. The ability to understand, name, and navigate feeling, and that education begins in the first weeks of life. What to do? Start narrating your baby's emotional experience today. When they cry, don't just soothe, name it, you're frustrated. When they light up, name it, you're so excited right now. When they're clingy and uncertain, name it. You're feeling a little unsure. You don't need them to respond. You are building the vocabulary they will one day use to understand themselves. Part 5. Less is more. The Japanese toy philosophy. Walk into a Japanese child's room and you will notice something immediately. There isn't much there. Not because the family can't afford more, but because Japanese parenting philosophy holds that too many toys, too much stimulation, too many choices, too many objects competing for attention actually hinders development rather than supporting it. This is backed by research. A 2017 study published in Infant Behavior and Development found that toddlers who were given fewer toys during play sessions played more creatively, more persistently, and more imaginatively than toddlers given many options. When there is less to react to, the brain is forced to create. And creation, imagination, problem-solving, invention is where the highest cognitive development happens. Japanese children are typically given toys that are open-ended. Blocks, simple wooden objects, fabric, things with no right answer, no correct outcome, no batteries required. Things that become whatever the child's imagination decides they are. There is also a practice of toy rotation, keeping most toys stored away and offering only a small selection at a time, then rotating them. This keeps every toy feeling novel and engaging, prevents the overwhelm of too many choices, and extends the developmental life of each object. What to do? Take half the toys out of rotation and store them. Observe what happens to the quality of your child's play. Introduce one simple, open-ended object, a set of wooden blocks, a basket of fabric scraps, a container of natural objects, and watch your child's brain go to work. What you'll see will change how you think about toys forever. Part 6. Independence as an act of love. Perhaps the most radical element of Japanese child rearing, and the one that produces the most visible results, is the early and deliberate cultivation of independence. Japanese toddlers are expected to do things for themselves that many Western toddlers are not. They clean up their own spaces. They carry their own belongings. They help prepare their own food. They dress themselves, attempt to tie their own shoes, and navigate minor social conflicts without immediate adult intervention. This is not about burdening children. It is about the deep belief that competence builds confidence, and confidence builds a brain that is willing to take risks, tolerate failure, and keep trying. When a child is always helped before they have the chance to struggle, the brain receives a subtle but powerful message. You are not capable without assistance. When a child is given the space to try, to fail, to adapt, to eventually succeed, the brain receives the opposite message, and that message becomes the foundation of every future learning experience they will ever have. In Japanese preschools, children serve their own lunches, clean their own classrooms, and resolve their own disagreements with minimal teacher intervention. By the time they enter formal schooling, they arrive not just with knowledge, but with the internal architecture to learn. What to do? Find one thing your child is almost capable of and stop doing it for them. Let them struggle. Stay nearby, warm, calm, available, but resist the urge to step in. Watch the look on their face when they figure it out. That expression, that specific moment of mastery, is a brain being permanently changed for the better. Before we close, tap like to help this reach more parents, subscribe for more baby development insights, and comment yes if you're here to better understand your child and be their strongest advocate. Japan does not produce exceptional children by pushing them harder, stimulating them more, or filling their days with structured enrichment. They do it by slowing down, by trusting, by stepping back and letting the child's own brain do what it was designed to do when given the right conditions. Nature instead of screens, emotional language instead of emotional silence, simple toys instead of constant stimulation, shared meals instead of rushed logistics, independence instead of rescue. And underneath all of it, a profound, unwavering belief that your child is already capable, already whole, already extraordinary. You don't have to move to Japan to give your child these things. You just have to start one ordinary moment at a time. A walk outside, a meal together, a named emotion, a toy put away, a problem left for them to solve. The most powerful thing you can do for your baby's developing brain is not something you buy. It is something you choose every day. In the small, quiet, easy-to-skip moments that turn out to matter more than anything else. Your child's brain is being built right now. Build it well. And one last time, if this gave you something real, something you're going to carry into tomorrow morning with your child, please like this video, share it with a parent who needs to hear it, and drop your yes in the comments below. We're all in this together. See you in the next one.